Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
Economic realities are increasingly forcing motorists to think about how you can use your car for additional income. Contrary to the opinions of skeptics, this option is absolutely real and with a well-thought-out organization of the case can bring the owner of motor transport a good stable income. Such earnings is advertising on the car. The use of expert recommendations, some of which, incidentally, has already passed into the stage of successful implementation, will help many drivers to engage in the use of their car in money-making advertising purposes. Benefits for the driver. The enormous possibilities of cars, including the possibility of earning money, as they call it, on the job, strange as it may seem, are still only partially utilized. Meanwhile, it is quite realistic. Why not? Say, do not place advertising on your car, especially if he is constantly traveling through the population center, that is, potentially he will constantly have a considerable advertising audience. It is enough to agree on this with interested advertising customers, to discuss organizational, financial, and other issues, and as they say, get down to business, to glue the order on the car. Yes, there may be some specific issues, for example, whether you need permission from the relevant law enforcement, other bodies. But they can easily be quickly solved in the working order. How cooperation takes place. The beginning of a new business should be, of course, the search for those advertising structures that need to use private vehicles. For placement, on a financial basis, the advertising they need. To reach them, you can use traditional methods of information gathering. For example, through familiar drivers, other people who, for various reasons, already possess or can possess relevant data on the topic. Not a bad option is also considered a search through advertising print, other media, social networks, the internet, entering the target query on the topic, use the car for money. Some drivers also apply ads on the car. As practice shows, the greatest practical probability of finding such advertising firms gives a complex application of all the above mentioned ways of search. It is possible that the time it will not be lightning fast, dragging on for several weeks, and will require patience, but the main thing that everything ended with the right, favorable for the seeker positive result. Ways to place advertising on the car. After all the necessary negotiating procedures, will be able to proceed to the placement of the desired customer advertising on the car. Ways of its placement is plenty, so, according to experts, it is desirable to stop at one or more of the most promising, so as not to turn the car into something extremely motley, unpleasant, and repulsive to the eye. Read also, is it possible to make biodiesel at home? Auto advertising is not only responsible, but also serious, requiring specialized knowledge and not tolerating frontal, intrusive options. One of these proven ways can be an effective advertising on the rear window of the car, which has an attractive character and does not interfere with either the driver or other road users. At the same time, this placement of advertising on the car, a very good place of its location in terms of performance. It can give a special return because it will be noticed not only almost all driving behind in other cars' drivers, passengers, but also most pedestrians. Of course, advertising can be placed not only on the rear window, but also along the sides of the car, but in any case, when placing, it is desirable to conduct thorough consultations with experienced advertising professionals that will not allow unintentionally come to a negative result of advertising. Protects the car itself from such ill-conceived placement, as a result of which its surface may be thoroughly damaged and require repair. How the amount of payment is formed. It is clear that the amount of the driver's fee should be determined on a case-by-case basis, since the cost of placing an advertisement on a car depends on many factors, including the region, the make of the car, its mileage with the advertising medium, etc. The practice has determined a range of rates according to which the driver should be paid for his work. Nevertheless, practice has determined the range of rates according to which the driver should be paid for his work. It includes, for example, as autonomous, the price of an advertising sticker on the rear glass, side walls of the car, for an advertising sticker in the same places and others. All these rates are pre-negotiated with the customer advertising and approved by mutual consent, taking, as a rule, the form of an agreement. Sometimes do without it, but experts strongly advise not to neglect to draw up such a document, so as not to get into a misunderstanding, not to be inexperienced victim of advertising fraudsters. Read also, what means the residual value of the car and how to calculate it correctly requirements for the car and driver. When discussing the issue, the customer will inevitably be interested in the condition of the car, the professional level of its driver, whether he drives a private car, rented or company car, etc. In this case, the customer, of course, will give the preponderance, most likely, those who have considerable experience in driving, knows the locality perfectly. As a rule, the advertiser sets the norm of advertising mileage, for example, at least 500 kilometers monthly, and it is a matter of honor of the driver to clearly comply with this norm to keep his word, not to let down the customer and earn the agreed amount at the specified time after the removal of speedometer readings. In conclusion, car advertising presents a unique and lucrative opportunity for individuals looking to earn extra income. By simply transforming your vehicle into a mobile billboard, you can potentially make hundreds of dollars each month with minimal effort. Whether you choose to partner with a dedicated advertising company or explore local businesses, the possibilities are vast. Remember to consider factors such as your driving habits and the type of ads that align with your values. With the right approach, car advertising can be a rewarding venture that not only benefits you financially, but also helps businesses reach their target audiences. Thank you for watching, and we hope you feel inspired to hit the road and start earning.